Hey guys, it's Amy Dub, the Keto Queen. I hope you're having a great day. It is Wednesday, hump day. Got a lot going on today. So I'm making a fast video because I'm waiting on my husband to call. If you guys watch my page, I posted earlier my husband's on his way to the hospital with his dad. So we've got so much going on. Prayers for my dad and my father-in-law. But we are making some preparation for tomorrow. I've got a work party. And I love this recipe. It is a sausage ball, but I call it sausage muffins because I put it in a muffin pan to cook so much faster. But everyone requests this. It is my favorite party snack. You also can use it for breakfast or for lunch. We love these sausage balls. It is a keto version. So it's going to sound really weird as I put this together, but trust me guys, these are so delicious. We're going to go ahead and get it mixed up just in case my phone rings. So we're going to start with our wet ingredients. We are going to use 1 pound of sausage in the recipe that is in this link. When I finish, you'll see the recipe, but I am doubling this because I'm feeding a lot of people. So I'm going to tell you the recipe for one serving, or not one serving, but for one recipe. Hey, okay, all right, so we're going to start with our eggs. We've got 4 eggs. I've got them in my mixing bowl. We're also going to add some butter. So you want to melt your butter. You want to melt your butter, but you also want it to cool. You don't want to put hot butter on your eggs, right? So we're going to add our butter. You're going to use 5 tablespoons of melted but cooled butter. All right, and then we're going to use some sour cream. I know, this sounds so weird, but guys, trust me, it is delicious. We absolutely love this recipe. As you guys are jumping on, if you don't know, I posted just about 30-something minutes ago, my father-in-law is on the way to the hospital. We have no idea what's going on. He was sick last week with COVID, and he's just not gotten any better at all. So I don't know. That's all I know. We're waiting to find out why the doctor admitted him. So we'll find out soon, and I will let all my friends know. But we're going to add some sour cream. Now, we're going to do 3 tablespoons. And like I said, I'm doubling this, so I'm going to do extra. But in the recipe, it's 3 tablespoons. Oh, shoot. Well, that was smart. Okay. That tells you right there where my mind is. We're going to finish this all up anyway. I just dropped my sour cream inside the egg mix. So we're going to do 3 tablespoons of sour cream. Hopefully you won't drop yours in the eggs. And guys, these are so easy and fast to cook. We're going to mix all the wet ingredients first, and then we're going to add some dry ingredients. Now, one thing that's really weird about this recipe, Lord have mercy, is that we are cooking the sausage. So the sausage is already cooked, which sounds really strange, but I'm telling you, trust me. You guys find all kinds of great recipes on this page. You will not be disappointed by this one either. I also posted prayer requests for my dad. Got 2 dads having issues. My dad, you guys know, has cancer. We've been under some great treatment, or he has been under great treatment. But his treatment will change because they told us that they can't keep him on the strong chemo for so long. So he's supposed to start something different tomorrow, but we really don't know the details of it. So we're meeting with the doctor in the morning to get more details. And he had his CT scans done this week, so we're hoping for better, or we're not hoping, we're praying, we've been praying. But we're praying for better results on those scans and just some really good information and education on the change that we're fixing to start with his treatment. So we're just praying really hard for my dad's doctor's visit tomorrow, and we're trying to find out what's going on with my father-in-law, who is on his way to the hospital. So always more than one thing at a time, and it's usually always at a time when we're supposed to gather together and have tons of fun and fellowship. So I have no clue what's going to happen over the holidays, but it is okay. We're prepping and we're ready to celebrate together. So we have got 4 eggs, 4 tablespoons, not 5 tablespoons of melted butter, but cooled. We've got 3 tablespoons of sour cream. Now we're going to add a 4th teaspoon of salt. So a 4th teaspoon of salt. We're going to mix all this together with the wet ingredients. It makes sense, guys. It really doesn't, but it makes sense when you put it together. Now we need to get a fork and whisk this up really good. Now the reason I say use a fork is because if you put a whisk in this in a few minutes, it's going to get thick and it's going to be really hard to whisk it. So I'm using a large fork. And we're going to mix up these few ingredients first, and then we're fixing to add a couple of more and we're done. One thing about this recipe, because the sausage is cooked, we're going to mix all of this together, and we're going to put it in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes to make sure it all gels together and cools off before we cook it. Now, I like to cook this in a muffin pan, which is why I call them sausage muffins, but it really is a sausage ball recipe. And my family prefers this recipe over any standard dry sausage balls that take you forever to prep and cook. These are fast, easy. I've got my oven on 350, and we're going to cook these for maybe 10 minutes. I mean, it doesn't take long at all. All right, so we whisked our eggs, sour cream, butter, salt, and that's it. All right, now we're going to add our flour. Now for this recipe, I know the first question I'm going to get from everybody is the flour. This recipe actually calls for coconut flour. Almond flour is the flour I use most of the time, but this does call for coconut flour. And they are different. Coconut flour holds moisture, so different than almond flour. So for this one recipe, and maybe a couple other recipes I have, I've got a small bag of coconut flour that lasts me until it expires. I don't use it very often at all. It's like $9, or it was $9 for a bag. So we just added our coconut flour, a third cup. It does not taste like coconut, guys. It's delicious. And now we're going to add a 4th teaspoon of baking powder. 4th teaspoon of baking powder. We're going to mix this up really well. Oh, you know what? I was supposed to double that while ago, wasn't I? I did double the salt by accident. All right. So 4th teaspoon of baking powder. We're going to go ahead and mix this, and then we're going to add that sausage. Now, I cooked the sausage already. This actually calls for cooked sausage. So look at this. It looks so good. Now, the coconut flour smells good, but it does not taste like coconut. Everybody always says, I don't like the taste of coconut. It really does not taste like coconut. This is so really good when you cook it. It's not like a dry sausage ball. And a lot of people's sausage balls turn out dry because of the flour and just the way you cook it, the processing of the cooking. All right. Now, this is why we got this thick fork instead of a skinny little wiry whisk. It's fixing to get thick. We're going to add now our sausage and our cheese. So I cooked the sausage and I drained the sausage of the grease, and we're fixing to put it right in here. Here's my spoon. And I'm doubling this, but you're going to use 1 pound of pork sausage. All right, so we're going to add the sausage. And it's still warm. I mean, it's not hot, but it's warm because I just cooked it. And now we're going to add the cheese. It's okay if it melts a little bit. You're going to do 2 full cups of cheese. And then we're going to mix all of this together. And that is it. We're going to mix it with that fork. Hopefully it'll mix pretty good. I'm going to have to get my hands dirty in a minute. As soon as you start to fold it around, it gets easier. There we go. So can you guys see this okay? Yeah, you can see that. All right, so we're just mixing in the sausage and the cheese now. We used 1 pound of sausage and 2 cups of cheddar cheese. Now you can use your own grated cheddar cheese if you want to. It probably would taste amazing. But I do this super fast and easy, so I use the pre-shredded cheese. And look, this is hard to stir, so my fork actually feels like it's going to bend. That's okay. Now, what we're going to do, look at this. I mean, this looks so good. It looks so good. Now, we're going to keep mixing it because I want to make sure it's mixed really well. We can actually get a spoon now if we want to. You want to mix it up really, really good. I'm going to check over my recipe, make sure I didn't miss anything. And what we're going to do is put this in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes. We want it to cool off really good together. Make sure all the ingredients are mixed good and the flavors are all mixed together. And we're going to let it refrigerate for 10 minutes. When we pull it out of the refrigerator, we got our muffin pans ready. My oven's on 350, so I love these little silicone things. I use these every single time I make any kind of muffin because, I mean, these things just get so rusted out. So I always use most of the time, I use my silicone cups, and they're so easy. They don't stick. You just wash them with soapy water when you're done. They're awesome. So what I'm going to do is take my little cookie scooper, and I'm going to scoop an even amount into each muffin, and then I'll go back and do my second scoop. So that's kind of how I make them. It's really easy. They're really delicious. Wendy just made sausage balls. Isn't that funny? All right, let me mix this up really quick, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, and then I'm going to look and see if you guys have any questions for me. Before I jump off here, I want to make sure my phone is absolutely available to be answered as soon as Ricky calls. And this is mixed up really well. Now, I'm doubling the recipe, so you're not going to have this much in your bowl. I'm using a big bowl, and I've got 2 muffin liners over there. Oh, this is good. This is going to be yummy. Super excited about muffins. We love sausage balls. I absolutely love them. I used to cook them all the time, and then we ate them so often that I got sick of them. But I'm cooking these for my party at work, and I'm cooking them for our party with Ricky's family, and we love to have these for breakfast or even lunch. So I'm going to stick this in the fridge. I'll be right back. There we go. No. No, no, no. All right, I gotta clean up all this mess. Okay, I didn't turn my Wi-Fi on like a crazy girl. I've got my oven on 350. When I take that out of the refrigerator in 10 minutes, we're going to scoop it into our silicone liners, because I love the silicone liners. We're gonna put this on 350 for like 10 minutes. That's really all you have to cook it for. If you cook it really long, you're gonna dry them out. Your sausage is already cooked. It's already cooked. So the egg is really all that has to cook in it. So we're going to put them in there for about 10 minutes. You're done. As soon as they start to brown on top, you know they're melted. They look delicious. Just don't let them burn. If you let them burn, they're going to be dry like any other sausage ball. But I love, love, love this recipe. I hope you guys enjoy. I had several people asking me to do this video again because they saw it from an old video, maybe 2019. So like, I have been cooking them that long. We love these sausage balls. All right, guys, the recipe is in this post. I hope you have a fabulous night. I'm fixing to check on my husband since he ain't calling me. Talk to you guys later. Bye.